If you're a man watching this, you need to hear what I'm about to say. Stay with me, because the truth waiting at the end will make you see cheating and your relationships in a way you can't unhear. My girlfriend cheated. That sentence still feels heavy when I say it. I wasn't a bad boyfriend. I wasn't broke. I wasn't lazy. By every definition that's thrown around online, I was a high-value man. And still, she cheated. At first, I wanted to believe it was about her, that she was selfish, that she was the problem. And maybe that's partially true. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized something that made me sick. It wasn't just her. It was what I didn't see about the way women cheat and why. Here's the controversial truth most men don't want to hear. Women cheat differently. Most men think cheating is about lust, opportunity, or a random bad decision. For women, it's rarely random. It's calculated. It's emotional before it's physical. And that's why it hurts more. Men cheat and still want the woman at home. Women cheat when the man at home is no longer the one she feels pulled toward. I remember the night I found out. It wasn't dramatic, no screaming, no big scene, just a look in her eyes that told me she was already gone before she was physically gone. That's when I realized something brutal. Women cheat more than men think. Not because they're inherently worse, but because they have more opportunities and better cover. A man cheats and risks everything for nothing. A woman cheats and already has the story, the excuse, the emotional justification ready before you even know what's happening. And here's the part that makes this viral, the part men don't want to admit. She cheats when she's been emotionally gone for a while. You just didn't see it. It's not about catching her in the act. It's about noticing the distance before it becomes betrayal. I missed it. I saw the signs, but I thought being a good man was enough. I thought loyalty was guaranteed because I was loyal. That's not how it works. Women cheat not because you're a bad man, but because something in the relationship shifted and you didn't catch it. And the worst part, they often cheat up here emotionally long before they cheat down there. That's why so many men are blindsided, because they think cheating starts in bed. It starts in her mind. Here's the first mistake most men make, and it's the one that blindsides them when cheating happens. They think loyalty is locked in because they're good enough. I used to believe that. I thought being committed, financially stable, and emotionally available meant I was safe. But here's the frame breaker. Loyalty isn't guaranteed by what you give. It's maintained by how she feels in your presence. This is the uncomfortable truth about why women cheat more than men think. It's rarely about the man she cheats with. It's about the emotional state she's in before she cheats. I missed this completely. Looking back, I saw the subtle signs, and conversations got shorter. Her phone became her safe space, and she laughed more with people outside the relationship than with me. At the time, I brushed it off. I thought, we all go through phases, but here's the brutal reality. Those phases are the warning signs. Women don't usually wake up one day and cheat. They build a case in their mind over time, and when the case is strong enough, the betrayal feels justified, even to them. Machiavelli would call this strategic retreat. She doesn't storm out. She quietly moves her emotional investment elsewhere while keeping up appearances. This is why so many men say, "I never saw it coming," because by the time they do, she's already been emotionally gone for months. And here's the fire for the comment section. Women cheat more often, not because they're more immoral, but because they have more social permission to justify it to themselves. They'll frame it as, "And I wasn't happy. You changed. We grew apart." And here's the part that stings. Sometimes they're right. You did change. You stopped being the man she was drawn to. That doesn't excuse what she did, but it explains why most men fail this test without knowing they were taking it. And the reality? Her cheating didn't start when she met someone else. It started when she stopped feeling pulled toward you and you didn't notice. Here's the second mistake men make, and this is where the comment section will explode. They believe all cheating comes from emotional disconnection, that it's always about something missing in the relationship. That's not always true. Here's the toxic woman warning. Some women cheat as a form of power, not because they've lost love, but because they want to feel control. I didn't want to believe this. When I found out my girlfriend cheated, I went straight into self-reflection mode. What did I miss? What did I do wrong? How can I fix this? But with time, I realized something that hit me like a punch in the chest. She didn't cheat to leave. She cheated to test how much she could get away with. And this is what most men can't face. For some women, cheating isn't an escape, it's a weapon. A toxic woman will use cheating to flip the power dynamic in the relationship. Create insecurity in you to anchor her control. Keep you off balance so she feels more in charge. This is why men who discover cheating often start chasing harder, begging for reassurance, or overcompensating with attention. And that's when they lose respect completely. Machiavelli wrote that men are quicker to forgive an offense against themselves than an offense against their power. Cheating, in this case, is an offense against your power. A toxic woman cheats not because she's unhappy, but because she wants to disrupt the stability. The more you scramble to regain control, the more control she gains. And here's the part that will blow up the comments. Some women cheat without any intention of leaving, because knowing you'll stay after betrayal makes her feel more secure in her position over you. This is why you see men accept a woman back after cheating, and she doesn't treat him better. She treats him worse, because the cheating wasn't about the other man. It was about what she learned about you. Here's the part that most men get wrong, and it's why cheating destroys them twice. The first hit is the betrayal. The second hit is how they respond. Most men collapse. They beg. They negotiate. They think they can rebuild respect by showing how much they're willing to forgive. That never works. Machiavelli would call this the surrender of position. Once you give up your position of strength in the face of betrayal, you can't take it back the same way. Here's the truth. The way you respond to cheating determines whether you walk away with dignity or stay as a shell of yourself. The feminine instinctively respects strength, and strength in this case doesn't mean pretending you don't care. It means being willing to walk away without burning yourself down to get her back. Here's what I learned the hard way, and you do not try to win back respect after betrayal. Respect is earned in how you hold yourself now. You do not stay to prove your love. Love isn't proven in tolerating betrayal. It's proven in valuing yourself enough to demand better. Do not argue to change her mind. Her decision to cheat came from a place you can't fix with logic. Alan Watts said, "To let go is to admit that some things were never yours to control." In this case, her choices were never yours to control. Your self-respect is. Here's the masculine frame. If she cheats, you don't fight for her loyalty. You fight for your own self-respect. And this is what women remember years later. Not the men who begged, not the men who raged, the men who walked, steady, calm, and certain. That's the paradox. The man who doesn't fight for the relationship often becomes the one she respects most in hindsight, because he didn't lose himself trying to hold on to someone who had already let go. Here's the truth. Most men can't accept when they're in it. Cheating isn't the moment she disrespected you. Cheating is the proof that the respect was already gone. By the time it happens, the decision's been made. She just acted on it. This is why most men suffer twice. First, when they find out. Second, when they refuse to accept what it means. Here's the gut punch. A woman who cheats isn't testing if she can keep you. She's revealing if you will keep yourself. That's the part I didn't see when my girlfriend cheated. I thought my fight was to keep her. The real fight was to keep me. The man who understands this doesn't get destroyed by cheating. He gets defined by how he responds to it. And here's the part that makes this viral. Women cheat more than men think, not because men aren't good enough, but because women know most men will stay. Most men will explain it away. Most men will bend to keep what's already gone. The man who doesn't, the man who can look betrayal in the face and walk, that's the man she remembers forever, because she knows she can't replace him. If this shifted something in you, like the video to anchor it. Subscribe if you're done fighting the wrong way and ready to lead with calm strength. And if you know a man who needs to hear this, send it to him. This is Depthoria, for men who choose emotional intelligence over chaos. We'll see you in the next depth.